I feel like if I could, I don't know if you have the same mentality, hon, but I feel like if I could zap back into high school, I would have so much more confidence. You're not sure? High school was bleh. Okay. I gotcha. I figured out. I think if I were in high school again, I figured out the exact way to make a girl like you. Do you want to know? Do you want to know exact? I didn't do it then, but you know what I figured out? Okay, well, there's 2 steps. The first step is you have to be vaguely attractive. No offense to the ugly people. That's just how life is. Deal with it. Okay, so step 1 is be vaguely attractive. Step 2 is to have the confidence to walk up to the girl that you like, regardless of what's going on. Doesn't matter if she has 10 friends around her. Doesn't matter if she's reading a book, what she's doing. You walk up to her, compliment her once. One compliment. I like your hair. Oh, I like that book you're reading. Doesn't matter. One compliment. And then you say, I just wanted to tell you that. Have a nice day. Don't talk to her for weeks. She will think about that compliment and she will think about you for like all of her spare time after that. Am I crazy here? Yeah, that was, I know this now. I said I didn't know this before. My method with, okay, so I've told this story before, so she won't get mad at me for telling it. But the way I met my fiance when I was a lowly server working at IHOP, the International House of IHOP. When I worked at IHOP, and I liked the girl. So the way I met my fiance is actually I was a server at IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, and she was dating another guy, and the guy was kind of a dick. Everyone kind of knew he was a dick, but he was kind of funny. You know, he was like likable, but not really likable at the same time. So we were all friends on Facebook. I was friends with their group. We were about the same age. They went to a different high school, but we gelled very well. They were my regulars. I was friends with her. I was friends with her boyfriend at the time. I was friends with like probably 5 to 10 other people in their circle of friends from high school. So her and the guy break up, and you've probably been apart a month or two? So they'd been apart about a month or two, and being the genius that I am, I hit her up on Facebook, and I'd been single for a while. I don't really know what I was thinking, but I was just, you know, I was kind of fishing. I was fishing, and I said, hey, do you have any geeky cute friends that you think would be interested in me? So we start a discussion, and she's telling me like, oh, well, I have this one friend, and they're kind of, I mean, maybe. And then I have one other friend, and like, maybe, but they're not really that geeky. And then she says, and I'm pretty sure I still remember, technically I am the geekiest one of the group. And she said that, and I stopped, and I went, oh, she's technically an option now. So, we decided to hang out. We met up at not Burrito Co. We met up at Filiberto's. I was wearing my zombie shirt and my eyebrow ring. That was the first time you saw my eyebrow ring. She came with her best friend at the time, Hannah. I should probably actually play it. No! I wanted to play that resource. I just messed up because I'm telling my story. Yeah, I was thin back then. That helped too. I was thin back then. So, yeah, we met up at Filiberto's and we ate and we chatted for a while and that kind of fun stuff. Kind of got to, you know, felt each other out and that sort of thing. And then one of the first times we hung out, I know, was when you drove me to find Jade Cocoon. So she drove me. I was obsessed with playing this PlayStation game called Jade Cocoon, and I think I actually ended up getting Jade Cocoon 2, which was not quite as good, but it was still pretty cool. So we drive to GameStop. She drives me, rather. I didn't have a car at the time. That's how much of a loser I was, but she still seemed to like me. Yeah, we drove like to 3 different GameStops, maybe? So we drove all around. We drove all around, got Jade Cocoon 2. Then she comes over, basically just watches me play Jade Cocoon for at least 2 hours. It may have been longer. Me chatting about, oh god, this is one of my favorite games of all time. Just like nerding out and being lame. I wasn't smooth at all. Yeah, we were matching. We met up and we were matching like plaid, black, red, and white plaid, or something like that. So she hung out with me. She watched me play Jade Cocoon and geek out. And after that, I didn't know she liked me. That's how much of an idiot I am. So I could not read any signals, and I actually kind of stopped pursuing you. I won't get into the details of how badly that went, but I basically stopped pursuing her, and it was made clear to her that I was no longer pursuing her, and she was probably very unhappy about it. I couldn't tell that she liked me. So I finally, being the smooth SOB that I am, I just straight up asked her best friend on Facebook. I'm like, look, what's the deal here? I can't tell. Does she like me? Does she not like me? I don't know. Yeah. So her friend says, yes, she does like you. And I'm like, well, great. I feel like a dick then. I was a dick. So finally then, now knowing that, oh, she does actually like me, that's when I took you a lot more seriously. I asked you out on a date, and we started hanging out, and we've pretty much been spending every spare minute of every day that we've had possible together for the past 4.5 years. Basically. Yeah. Good stuff, right? Yeah, I was not smooth at the time. I'm not smooth now. I'm not pretending to be smooth that I'm now. I'm just saying that if I could be teleported back into my high school body, because I used to run cross country, play soccer, and I feel like there might have been one other sport, but those were the main 2. I ran cross country and I played soccer. I was like, oh, like, and so I feel like if you are in high school age, which I don't think a lot of people who play or watch Hex are, if you're in high school age, step 1, be vaguely attractive. Just vaguely. You don't have to be ripped. You don't have to be like super handsome or have the best hair. Just don't be a complete fat slob. And even if you are overweight, just dress nicely and smell good. That's the big thing. Dress nicely and smell good. If there's a girl you like, walk up to her, compliment her on one thing, and then just say, that's all, that was all I wanted to say, have a nice day, and just leave the situation. And she will, even if that girl thinks that you are way under her, she will think about you for weeks to come, and then if she runs into you again, that will make conversation much easier. But it does take a lot of courage. It does take a lot of courage to do something like that. My form of courage was, hey, do you have any cute, geeky friends? That was so lame. That was bad. Wasn't good, guys.